Today I was messing around with the micro hood that was blowing the breaker right away. It's got a new wire ran from the breaker box to it, but every time you close the door, it blows the breaker. I sent it into Geek Squad. It was under the 1-year manufacturer warranty, and they sent it away for a couple of weeks, brought it back. It's an Insignia, so it's their brand, Whirlpool parts. And same thing, it kept blowing the breakers. So like I said, ran a new wire. Every time you plug this thing in, you go to power it up, it bam, blows the breaker. We found out slamming the door a couple times, it was more likely to run, but it would still blow the breaker at some point, and then it slowly got worse. So a buddy and myself, we're taking it apart, taking a look at it. If you run into this problem, there's 3 switches on the back side of the door right here. Make sure you can see them. There's 1, 2, and 3. That's actually terrible. The middle switch ended up being the one that was a problem. The door wasn't hitting it all the way. So you can see the hooks right here come in. The top and the bottom, they both land on the top and bottom switches here and here are normally open. Those were working fine. The center one is a monitor switch, and that one's normally closed. So when the door was being closed, it wasn't contacting that switch all the way. Let me see if I can show you exactly. Right there. I don't know if you can see it well enough. There's a little white spot that it hits on the switch. And we actually, if you run into this, just my buddy loosened this screw and adjusted this whole bracket a little bit, and we were checking continuity, and that did the trick. The bracket slotted just a little bit. You can see the movement you can get out of it. Let me do that again. See that? That little bit did the trick. I actually put a zip tie on this to firm up the connection right here from the bracket for the micro switch. I thought the switch was bad. Was kind of frustrated that I, wasted all the time taking it to Best Buy, trying to get them on the phone and all that. And the thing hasn't worked long enough to let it die. So if you run into this problem, test your 3 switches right here. Make sure that they're working as they should, and consider if you have a problem with your monitor switch, making a small adjustment with this, loosening these screws and trying to get the switch to catch and make, because that's all it was. All right, have a good one.